Good day, everyone, especially to you, sir. We are the Group 7, the Group Tamban, and we were presenting our design assessment with the sixth principle of assessment in learning. It will presented by Mrs. Cherna Casives.
Uh, Good morning, everyone. In principle, assessment is both process and product oriented. And in learning competency, describe the different types of volcanoes. And in plan applying the principle in the classroom assessment, the student will create a visual portfolio or 3D model set that illustrates the four main types of volcanoes, like shield, cinder cone, composite, and lava dome. During the process, the teacher will observe and assess how the student gathers information, select materials, and organize ideas. The student will also keep a short journal or reflection notes describing the steps taken, challenges faced, and decision made while creating the work. For the product, the finished portfolio or models should clearly show the physical characteristic of each volcano type, include labels, and provide a short written or oral explanation of their features and example. So number two, yeah, two. So principle is the assessment should focus on higher order cognitive outcomes. In learning competency, observe that the position of a constellation changes in the course of a night. So in plan applying the principle in the classroom assessment, the student will conduct a simple night sky observation by recording the position of a chosen constellation at different times during the night. For example, early evening or midnight and before dawn. Using the collected observation, the student will then create a visual report such as a diagram, time-lapse sketch, or digital simulation that shows how the constellation position changes. Beyond describing the movement, the student will also explain why the constellation appears to shift across the sky, linking it to Earth's rotation. This assessment focuses on a higher order cognitive outcomes because it requires the learner not only to observe but also to analyze the changes, interpret their cause, and explain the scientific principle behind the phenomenon. Oh, number three, in principle, assessment can include a measure of non-cognitive learning outcomes. And in learning competency, differentiate between active and inactive volcanoes. And plan applying the principles in the classroom assessment. The student will design a poster or creative drawing that clearly differentiates between active and inactive volcanoes, showing their distinct characteristics and examples. Alongside the visual product, the student will write a short reflection explaining why it is important for communities to know the difference between these volcano types, especially in terms of safety, preparedness, and environmental awareness. This assessment measures not only cognitive learning, understanding the scientific differences, but also non-cognitive outcomes such as creativity, responsibility, and awareness of community safety. By encouraging both knowledge and values, the activity ensures that the learning extends beyond memorization to meaningful application in real life. So let's go to number 4. One more. So in number 4, principle that we use is the assessment should explain, reflect real life or real world content text. In learning competency, construct a model to demonstrate the HIT can do work. In plan applying the principle in the classroom assessment, the student will design and present a simple model that demonstrates how heat can do work using easily available materials. For example, a pinwheel turned by candle heat, a balloon-powered turbine, or a steam-powered toy. Along with the model, the student will prepare a short explanation connecting the activity to real-life application such as cooking appliances, car engines, or power plants. The student will then reflect, either orally or in writing, on how understanding the conversation of heat to work is important in everyday life and in solving community problems like energy use and efficiency. And number 5, principle we use is assessment must be comprehensive and holistic. In learning competency, explain how different factors affect the climate of an area. So, in plan applying the principle in the classroom assessment, the student will create a climate case study portfolio by researching a chosen area, analyzing data, and explaining how factors such as latitude, altitude, winds, and human activity affects its climate. The student will present findings which connect them to real life community impacts and provide simple recommendations. This activity is comprehensive and holistic because it assesses not only knowledge of climates factors but also skills in research, analysis, and communication, as well as values like awareness and responsibility, ensuring that both academic and real world learning are addressed. And lastly, number 6, we use principle assessment should lead to student learning. In learning competency, examine effects and predict causes of collision-related damages and injuries. In plan applying the principle in the classroom assessment, the student will create a cause and effect infographic or storyboard that illustrates different scenarios of collisions, such as road accidents or sports related injuries. The work should identify the possible causes of the collision, show the resulting damages or injuries, and including safety measures for prevention. After presenting the infographic to the class, the student will receive feedback from both the teachers and peers, then revise the work to improve accuracy, clarity, and presentation. This assessment leads to student learning because it allows the learner to apply knowledge in a meaningful way, reflect on mistakes, and refine understanding through feedback and revision, ensuring that the assessment is part of the learning process rather than just a final measurement. That's all.